Hey Bear Paws, how are you? I hope everyone had a really good week and a great weekend. It is Tuesday, the 20th of August, and I think we're all getting, oh, look at that eyeshadow or mascara, sorry. Everybody's kind of getting back in the groove of life after barrel. I'm really happy to hear. I know that my yard is going to get a fence this week. So excited. We have a dog. I don't know. All y'all who have dogs know that you got to get up and walk them and take care of them when you don't have a backyard. And so for the better part of a month, Dr. Harold has been waking up somewhere around 12, 3, 1, 5 a.m. Just depends on when the dog needs to do his thing. So I'm really excited that we can have an outdoor dog again. Sweetheart, but man, I want to sleep. I'm really tired. So we got a couple questions that have come through the Bear Den this week. I'm really excited about. The first question that came up was from a patient, and it was, one, why do, when I wake up in the morning, why do my joints pop so much? Man, my ankles, my knees, my toes, everything just pops. So that's a great question, right? And there's a follow-up to it, but we'll talk about what that is first. The first is, it's basically the synovial fluid, and synovial fluid is a fluid that surrounds all of our joints and it nourishes our joints. And it stays there. And it kind of moves as we move, right? It moves in and out and gets kind of flushed, and it's more like oil in your car. But what can happen is that instead of oil in your car that's moving as you're moving your car, if you have a car that has stalled or is staying in the driveway for months, weeks, years at a time, that oil gets really viscous and thick and just nasty. Well, overnight, that synovial fluid does the same thing. It just starts to thicken up. And so when you go to move in the morning, it's got to break through some of that viscous material to get your joints lubricated and ready for the day. So that's really all that is. It's not anything, unless there's pain associated with it. Typically, the popping sound isn't associated with some sort of injury. All right. It's more related to just inactivity. If you go to the gym and, you drove to the gym and then you go in, you go do your first squat and your knees pop, well, that's because often you've been either sitting at your job and sitting in the car and you haven't been moving that joint. And so that synovial fluid has just been sitting there. So that's really what the pop is. Then the follow-up question is like, well, is that bad? No, it's not bad at all. It's a thing. I'm not asking anyone to get up and run in the middle of the night just to keep their joints lubricated. But you can also make sure that throughout the day, you're getting good movement through those joints, and then it kind of makes it a little bit less viscous later on. So motion is lotion. I say that for a reason. All right. Although it was the mantra of one of my former jobs, I say it for a reason, because it really does help move and get the fluids and the lubrication in the joints. So it's not bad. What is bad is if you're just sitting there and you're just like with your neck, right? And you're just moving joints. So there's a difference between the pops you hear when you're just waking up or just starting moving, okay? And there's a difference between the pops you hear when you're self-manipulating your own body part, hip, elbow, mid-back, low back. And there's a difference between when a chiropractor provides those pops, okay? So what is the difference, right? The difference is when a chiropractor does it, we're trained to provide the right force and the right level and with the right velocity, all right? And then if you're moving those joints on your own, really what you're doing is you're moving the joints that are already easy to move, okay? They're easy to get through and move that fluid around. But what you're missing are the joints that are stuck, okay? And we talk a lot about stuck segments here. because stuck segments lead to hypermobility somewhere else and lead to damage in other places. When we talk about the spine, if you've ever sat in on one of my review findings, you know, like we talk about a stuck segment and how that can actually lead to arthritis. So if you've got a really mobile or hypermobile joint moving on top of a stuck segment, then what can happen is you're grinding that bone. And that does lead to arthritis down the road. And then you've got that stuck segment that's just not moving. So chiropractors are able to address the stuck segment and provide the right force and the velocity to get the joint to move without causing more damage. Okay, so that's the difference between, like, why can't I just pop my neck? Well, because someone who's been trained needs to be the person to take care of the neck and take care of your nervous system. Okay. So those are some great questions came up. Another one came up earlier this morning. It's like, what is Bear Paw doing out in the community? Why are we out in the community? Love it. I love being out in the community. I am obviously a person who's not afraid of talking to people and sharing the word about chiropractic and what we're doing here at Bear Paw. So a couple things we're doing. We're going to be involved this year with the Kingwood High School Theater. I've got a daughter in the program, so I'm absolutely going to be supporting everything that happens there. They've got 3 wonderful productions that are going to happen this year, starting off with Phantom of the Opera. That's their fall show. Or the winter show, I can't wait for it. It's called Metamorphoses. Metamorphoses. And there's actually going to be a pool on the stage, and then all of us, the audience is going to be up on the stage looking down into the pool for this play. How cool. It's a high school production, y'all. Like, how cool is this? So, and then in the spring, there's going to be a musical, and forgive me for not remembering the name. I just get excited about Metamorphosis completely. So if anyone is interested in, trying to help out with the program, please let me know, because I would love to put you in contact with the theater director, who is a fantastic human being. And I think she's done some really wonderful things at Kingwood High School with their theater program. And this program is just blossoming. All reports are that this is a really talented group of freshmen moving through into the senior level, just talent everywhere. So if you're inclined, let me know. I'd love to get you in contact with them, but that's where we're going to be spending some time, is with the KHS Theater this year. Second to that is going to be the Creekwood Middle School Orchestra. We got a little guy in that. Can you guys believe it? I have a high schooler and a middle schooler now. Also have a 21-year-old who is off there doing his life, so he doesn't need my help as much. The middle school orchestra, I'm going to be working with them. They actually go to play the national anthem on Saturday the 31st. I keep looking at my calendar, sorry. And they're going to be playing the national anthem, and it's a home game, obviously, because we're at Minute Maid Field, against the Royals. So if anyone really wants to go see a really great group of choir, orchestra, and band students from the area, that's where we'll be for the 6-10 game next Saturday. Pumped for this. To get to see my kid out on the field is really awesome, and just be able to spend the day at the ballpark with the kids. So next thing we got going on is gymnastics. Man, we are at the beginning of the season. We're moving on up to levels. We're gonna be it is not me, y'all, not at all. This is all my kiddo. He is amazing, and once we get him to understand that practice is pretty important, I think you'll be really, really impressed by the things we get to show him doing this coming year. But last but not least, stepping away from the kiddos into more of the professional women, professional business women of Kingwood area. On October 1st, we will be hosting Pink Drink Night at Rafa's. All right, everyone can buy tickets for $55. $50 of that goes towards Project Mammogram of the Northeast Hospital Foundation. this is a great opportunity. The proceeds go towards fundraising for Project Mammogram so that either low income or no insurance people, which also includes contract 1099 employees, to be able to afford mammograms. Those with less than stellar insurance, to be able to get those mammograms, because prior information is always better. So that's going to be October 1st. We're going to be holding it at Rafa's. I am looking for sponsors if anyone's interested for that. We've got a lot of great things to happen. It is going to be a Paris theme. It's actually La Vie en Rose is the theme this year. Last year was Barbie Pink. This year we're going more of a subtle Emily in Paris, soft pinks type of vibe. I'm trying to get Mr. Harrell to even buy him a nice pink suit to be my eye candy or arm candy. I get arm candy for the evening while we are there hosting. So more information can be found here. It can be email me at drharrell@drharrell.com. So I would love to get more of our community involved in these great opportunities to support and also get your name out there. Like, that's the key, everyone, is I'm here for helping other businesses with any marketing opportunities that I hear about. So that's pretty much where we're at. I haven't gotten any more questions this week. I would love to hear some more from y'all. I've got a lot of information to share with you. I'm sure you guys can tell I'm not afraid to just sit here and chat. So I'll let you go. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday and the rest of the week. We will be back on the Bear Den next week with some more fun news. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.